Our Houston Rockets are celebrating the 25th anniversary of the very first championship here in Houston, and a big part of that very first championship is joining me right now, Vernon Maxwell. Dude, they're rolling out all the superstars.
Hey, I appreciate it. Thanks a lot for having me.
Good to have you in, dude.
Yeah, thanks.
If I gotta, now I didn't live here back then. If I gotta hear from one more person talking about rolling up and down the streets here, Richmond. Everybody's talking about rolling up and down Richmond and partying.
Yeah.
I mean, what do you remember after the game? I mean, was it exhaustion or did you guys go out and party?
No, we went out and partied, but we couldn't get out of the arena until like 11:30, 12 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
I mean, because it was so packed outside and Richmond was packed with everybody. I mean, standing fans, riding fans. I mean, it was just congested. We couldn't get out. So,
but you guys did get out that night?
Yes, we got out and we partied. We had a good time.
Now, you're young and you get this world championship. Do you think this is going to happen to you 10 more times? Or did you really soak it all in when it was happening? Because it's difficult. I mean, I look back at stuff in my career when I was younger, and maybe I wish I would have taken a little bit more time with it. What's your takeaway?
The same thing you just said. I mean, I should have took it more seriously when I went and soaked it in more. But I mean, it was just like I didn't, and I wish I would have. But I have a lot of good memories and everything, and I was just glad to be a part of it. And I mean, it was a blessing.
Vernon Maxwell is our guest. Mad Max. He was on that. He was on those Rockets championship teams. Now, there's a difference between giving an interview while you're playing and now looking back. While you're playing, I've interviewed hundreds of athletes, and the reason you play is to go to the championship every year.
Right.
That's why I'm here. We're going to the championship. We're going to the World Series. We're going to the Super Bowl.
Right.
But you know deep down inside, you're looking around, you know what you're working with.
Right.
Okay, but you're not going to tell us that.
Right.
Did you know that group was special? Was it the beginning of the season? Was there a point in the middle of the season that you guys saw that you were gelling? Was it the first level of the playoffs? Was there a moment that you thought that this group really is special?
Well, we had been there. They put us together. We had been together. The core of the group had been together. Myself, Lajuan, Otis Thorpe, and we pretty much had been there.
Yeah.
And then they filled in with Sam and Kenny and Robert Ory and Mario Ellie and brought those guys in. And we had been together for a minute except for Robert and Sam. And they took us off to this little gym out in Galveston, Texas. We was practicing a little hot gym, and I knew we were going to be good because we had been together for about 4 or 5 years, kept the core together. And we started out the season real hot. I think we went 15-0, something like that, 16-0 the first 15, 16 games, something like that. I don't know what it was. And we went 22-1 or something like that. I don't know what it was. But I knew it was special then. I knew we had a chance to do something special that year.
Now, I heard, of course, Jordan wasn't playing during those championship years, but I've heard that you've got a few stories about Jordan being on the court with him. Did you go at him harder than other players? Did you treat him? Did you treat everybody the same? Did he elevate your game at all? I mean, being on the court with him.
Well, probably
in the times that you faced off with him.
Probably on the defensive end. Yeah, I knew who I was facing, and I knew the night before, I had to get some rest. I can't be in the streets. I knew I had to be home laying down. So, it was mind-boggling getting ready to play against this guy. I mean, I had to get myself prepared mentally and physically to go out and play against Mike because I know it's going to be tough. He's one of the dirtiest players I ever played against. And, I say it in a fun way because I invite it. I love it, because you hit me, I'm going to hit you back the way you hit me. So, loans, but it was fine. But, I just knew what I was facing that night, and I knew it was going to be a task, and it was going to be tough. But like I say all the time, the numbers don't lie. When he was playing, we were playing, and when he was playing, we were playing. We won more than he did. When he left, he can say we wouldn't have won it, but I think the numbers don't lie.
Right.
Would have beat him.
Our guest is Vernon Maxwell. It's the 25th anniversary of the first Rockets championship. Of course, we went back to back. How much if at all, do you talk to some of these younger players? I mean, do you flash your ring? Do you say, guys, you want one of these? Trust me. I mean, do you mentor? Do you talk to some of these younger players?
No, I'm like first time I met Russell was yesterday, and I've been knowing James since for a little bit, and but not really. I just talk to him, say hello, and I don't try to mentor, nobody about going out and playing. They, playing a certain type of way. They're getting paid to do this, so they should know what they got to do before they get out on the court. So
you mentioned their names. What do you think about this current lineup? What do you think for this current Rockets team? Because boy, I mean, they're throwing all the wood at it. They're really trying to find that magic combination that you guys had.
Well, I mean, right now it looks like they got defensive players out there to start lineup right now. But I mean, because a lot of guys are hurt though still. What I mean, they're trying to get. Eric just went through the surgery and protocol with Capella.
Yeah.
And so I mean, you have to just as long as you got guys that's ready to play and compete, because you don't know when it's your time to come in the game, and you're gonna have to be ready. So as long as these guys are ready, like they were ready the other night against the Clippers, that's big. That was a big win. So I mean, just continuously treat it as being a professional and keep yourself ready to play, because you never know when it's your time.
Well, this is great. I mean, celebrating this 25 years, and I think it's going to be just, not that the fans aren't already fired up, but to have you guys around and like kind of reminding us of how great it was and how great we want it to be in this city. It's so great having you in with us today. Thank you so much.
Oh, thanks for having me, man. I appreciate it. Thanks, man.
I love it.
All right.